Hi guys, so I'm doing a love reading today. I'm going to be using the Osho Zen Tarot. The person has asked me if I can tell her kind of what's going on with her love life, what might be blocking her, how this person in question may feel. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a general reading for her. So I'm going to pull a card that represents her. I'm going to pull a card that represents her life as it stands right now. And then a card that represents where she's being guided to. So the first card that we pulled is her. So this is in the Osho Zen Tarot. You never really see the suits, but it's like two of water, which means it's a two of cups. So two of cups represents an equal relationship. She feels like she kind of met her match. There's a give and a take, and it's an equal balance. So we're already kind of seeing that love type energy coming through right when we pull her. The next card is her life as it stands. So this is the Nine of Wands. In the traditional tarot, you see here it's called exhaustion. So you've just been trying to do it all on your own for a little bit too long now. It's like you can do it, but you're burning your candle at both flames. So anytime I see this card, I would recommend if somebody offers to help you, take it and ask for help. You don't have to do everything on your own because at some point you are going to burn out and you're not your best self for anyone in your life. So when you're, rested and not taking on too much, you're going to be your better self than this. Though we do appreciate everything you do. This is where you're being guided to. So this is the Two of Wands. And you see the eagle, he's looking down on his desert. He can go anywhere he wants to. Right now, you have the choice. You are up above and you can just pick where you want to land. There's a lot of possibilities here. You just got to choose what you want. Once you choose what you want, that's when the doors start to open. But right now, you're kind of in that manifesting mode where you don't really know what you want to do. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at what's going on with you and this guy. So first card I'm going to pull is for you. Second card I'm going to pull is for him. This is the energy that's between the two of you. And then this is where you guys are being guided to. So this is you. You're the King of Wands. This means that when you're with him, or even in general, you have the firepower. You control everything. It's called the Creator here, King of Wands in traditional tarot. But what this means is that you know exactly what you want and you're going to get it. And that's how you feel about him. When you see him, it's like, go after it. Why are you not empowering this vibe when it comes to him? This is the vibe that almost maybe both of you need you to have. This is him. So this is the Five of Pentacles, or called the outsider. When it comes to the way he feels like he's looking, he's left out. He doesn't feel like he's worthy. He can't see the way in. But the funny thing is, this little boy standing outside looking at the door. But what you don't notice is that the lock is not locked. All he had to do is push through the gate. So this card always comes when we're just thinking we're not good enough and that everyone's having fun without us. It's like a FOMO vibe. But the thing is that the universe will give you anything you want. It's your mind state that will limit you. So he's just not thinking he's worthy right now, maybe even of a relationship. It also has to do with money. It's like a lack type thing. So he may feel like he doesn't have his finances in order to be able to provide for someone, or he just doesn't see the way he can do it. This is the energy between the two of you. So this is the Two of Swords. In Osho, it's called schizophrenia. And as you can see, there's a person who's literally holding on here and their feet are on the other side. What this means is that you are split. The two of you are split between two outcomes. You keep going back and forth. You don't know what you want. You're scared to let go and you're scared to move forward. So you got to choose one of them, or else you're going to always feel split. You're going to feel a little bit psycho. You're going to feel crazy until you make a decision and decide which one to move. Because if you keep teetering back and forth, the universe can't do anything and you are blocked. So the Two of Swords means dig deep within your intuition. You already know what the right move is, and you have to find it. You have to shut up your fears. You have to go with your heart. And that's what this means, okay? The next card is for where you guys are being guided to or what you need to know most. So this is the Nine of Pentacles. As you can see, it's called ripeness here. So for me, this is always the Beyonce card. This is when you got it, flaunt it, show it off. But also, it's never the end of it, right? So you always have a little bit more work to do. When the time is right, the apple will fall from the tree. The apple doesn't say, when am I gonna fall? It doesn't question, why do I have to leave here? It just knows that when its time is ready, when it's ripe, it will fall and it will be eaten. So that's the vibe here. It's when the time is right, you will know. And I would just keep it at that. This is a really good card to be getting, especially in these circumstances. But the work that needs to be done is really on feeling not worthy, and also that back and forth. Maybe there's a lot of gameplay with that, with the Two of Swords card. Maybe you guys are giving each other mixed emotions and it's making you not know how each other really feel. She also asked me to kind of see what he's doing, if he's might be involved with someone else. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a card for him. His heart, his energy right now when it comes to relationships, and what we need to know most. Okay, so for him, we got breakthrough. What this is in the traditional tarot is justice. So he's kind of realizing why everything happened. He's having that aha moment of, okay, I wasn't being punished. Every cause has a reaction, and this is why I'm here. So he's kind of going through one of those moments in his life where he's going, okay, this is what it really is. This is his heart. So this is the Knight of Cups. And this is when he's really starting to learn. He's starting to be more empathetic. He's starting to realize that he's not, his heart is not quite realizing, because you see the other birds are flying out of the cage, but his heart's starting to realize that he's put the barriers up himself. It is not actual barriers on his heart, so he can move forward if he wants to. He's just starting to see that he's free, and he can make whatever decision he wants when it comes to love. Kind of goes back to that like feeling left out vibe, like everyone else is flying but I'm stuck in this cage, I'm locked out. That's what he's getting at. He's getting more connected with his emotions because he wasn't before. He kind of felt like he was shut off from them. This is the energy of his heart and like how he kind of feels about relationships. So this is rebirth or the Ten of Swords. So whatever happened to him before has completely just killed him. It's just drained him. There was a lot of fear and anxiety, and now like you're being reborn. So I always see this as like the Phoenix card, like you're rising from the ashes, you're to be transformed into a better person. So whatever he's went through, and when it comes to love in his heart, it's now being transformed, which makes a lot of sense with the previous cards we've seen. And then this is what we need to know most, or where his heart's being guided to when it comes to relationships. And it's slowing down. It's being able to enjoy the scenery. I think maybe before he's rushed into things a lot. And so now he's just kind of trying to taste and smell the roses. He's trying to just really enjoy it. This is also the Knight of Pentacles. So he's got a lot of learning to do, but he's doing it. Now, I don't think this means anyone else is involved. I think he's just taking time for himself. That's the vibe that I'm getting. It's like, I've messed up before, I don't want to mess up again. So let me just make sure. Last thing I want to do is see what's causing you to feel afraid in this relationship. So this is you. This is what's holding you back. This is your heart when it comes to relationships. And then this is what you need to know most. Okay, so this is you. The Three of Cups. So this is a beautiful energy to be feeling, especially because we got the Two of Cups. So you really are in your feelings right now. You're celebrating, you're loving your life. It's dancing in the rain. So even if things don't seem the best, you make the best of them. Or that's kind of the vibe you need to have when you're looking for this new relationship. And then the next card we have is Judgment, which is beyond illusion. So when it comes to relationships, what's holding you back is you're kind of replaying situations that have happened in the past when it comes to you, and you're thinking that it's going to happen again. You're thinking that you aren't good enough for love or real love, or that you can have the love you want because of situations that's happened in the past. Everything that you've created about yourself and what you think of yourself is an illusion. If you feel some type of way, don't talk yourself out of it. You need to understand that it's all your reality and that you choose it. So you have a reality where he doesn't like you, and you have a reality where he likes you. You have to just choose that one because it's beyond illusion. There's so many different universes that you can choose. This is the energy of like your heart and relationships, and it's the Ten of Cups. I mean, your heart really wants you to have it all. It wants you to have the kids, the house, the picket fence, the dog, the whole shebang, and you really feel that way. Actually, your heart's content. It's good. And the last thing that you need to know is silence. So this is a part of the major arcana. This would be, I want to say, yeah, it's the Star. Sorry. Remembering the different cards for different decks. So this is the Star. Also, side note, because you're an Aquarius, this is the card that represents Aquarius. And so this is kind of that breath of fresh air. This is kind of that peace after the struggle. That is what you need to do right now. You need to just give yourself a little bit more peace. You need to understand, like, the universe wants you to have love. If this is what you feel, you told me that you have this connection with him that's like uncanny. You feel that way, and don't let the chitter chatter, the fear, talk you out of it, of why it couldn't work or why it wouldn't work. You have to really just breathe in that silence. You still have a little bit more of a journey to go where there's going to be some obstacles that get in the way, but you got to find that inner voice that wants you to win. The last thing I'm going to do is see what you need to know most. So this is the card. And then this is consciousness, or the Ace of Swords. So this is really controlling your mind and that chitter chatter. You really got to work on that. You got to work on your intuition. You got to work on your ego that starts talking to you when, you know, it wants to win and it can't look stupid when it comes to love. You got to zone out. You got to zen. The Ace of Swords is all about fears, anxieties, thoughts, and intellect, communication. So really just honing in and getting quiet with yourself every single day and knowing exactly what the situation is versus all the outside noise and then that negative inner voice that you have. So if you don't meditate now, I would recommend meditating. I know that it's not the easiest thing to do, but just tuning in with what it is you really want, getting quiet about it for a little bit, and then going from there, because that's the Ace of Swords energy. It's very tuned into what it thinks. Thoughts control, you know, the universe. You're putting it out there with your thoughts. So living in a fearful state can really have a negative effect, different things like that. So that is what your spirit guides want you to know the most right now.